Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be looking at a new event that is going to be starting later on today, and it is called Trails of Horrors, and it does look like it is going to be mainly an old school event, which means you're not going to be using those S-class characters, but you're going to be able to be using those 5-star characters that you can use in arenas and in hordes. Now I know the 5-star character thing can have quite a lot of split opinion, but we'll read through this. It says, Trails of Horrors. Hello survivors, we're happy to announce another eerie event, the Trails of Horrors. In this old school event, you'll battle your way through either the Scary Doll or Claw Glove roadmaps to earn hair-raising rewards. Check out the details below. The details are that it starts on Thursday, October the 29th at 10 AM Pacific time, and it ends on Saturday, November the 7th at 10 AM Pacific time. The stash ends at 24 hours later on November the 8th at 10 AM Pacific time. So just around a week event. It is actually just like 9 or 10 days, but just around a week event. Now the overview for the event says, visit the shop to receive a free offer with a choice box containing a choice of Scary Dolls or Claw Gloves. Survivor Club members will receive an additional free offer containing another choice box with the same choice. Scary Dolls and Claw Gloves can be used as energy in the following old school roadmaps. The first roadmap would be Scary Doll roadmap. Energy required is Scary Dolls, number of Axe 5. The rewards are Skulls, Scary Dolls, and S-Class card choice boxes. You can see you can get, by the looks of things, 15 S-Class card choice boxes by completing everything. Not too many skulls, only just about 100, but you do get some Scary Dolls back from actually doing the axe, so you are effectively getting the energy back that you are spending. This is kind of strange. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I guess that's the way it goes. Basically, I think they're going to give you a certain amount of Scary Doll energy to complete Act 1. If you complete Act 1, you're going to get a certain amount of energy to complete Act 2, and so on and so forth. That's how it looks to me, at least. The S-Class card choice box in the ranged version is Wangfa, Princess at 200 each, or the Gentleman and Dylan at 150 each. So you are getting slightly reduced in 2 characters, but those characters are a little bit more recent, but I don't think there's too much difference between any of these characters, except Dylan maybe being the most recent of all of these, and not really being available in any other part of the game, not in any daily crates or anything like that. The second roadmap is the Claw Gloves roadmap, and the energy required are Claw Gloves, number of Axe 5. It gives the same amount of skulls, it gives the same amount of Claw Gloves as energy back, seemingly. Instead of the dolls, it gives the Claw Gloves. And then it gives the same amount of choice boxes, 15, and you get a choice of the melee characters this time around. It's going to be Willy, Clementine, Nor, and Michonne, and the card amounts are massively reduced over the ranged one, so it's actually kind of strange. 150 for Willy, and then 100 for Clementine, Nor, and Michonne. So they're seeing this crate as being the better one, I guess, because it's got the more important characters. I'm not sure, but they are massively reduced the amount of cards you're going to get from this melee crate. It does then go on to say, once you have acquired your skull tokens, so these are skull tokens, not skulls for the other event. It's just too many skull things are going on right now. Not the skulls that you need for the Grim Axe. This is completely something on the side. You can use them to pull on the Stash of Horrors stash for 10 skull tokens per pull. The stash can be completed 3 times total. Additional skull tokens will be available via the shop. Now the contents of the stash is pretty good. It has trainers are pretty much massively heavily on trainers. You can see there's overall like 50 plus bennies, loads of Basils, pretty much the same amount of Basils, Brady's, Bert's, just huge numbers, huge numbers. Then we also have PvE energy, which should be world energy. And then we have war energy as well. So lots of different things here. Once you complete the stash, you also get 10 Bernadettes, and then you get an S-Class card choice box of either 500 Morgan cards, 1,000 Tanya cards, 1,500 Trader cards, and 1,500 Mateo cards. So completing the stash is actually really good. Most likely to complete it once, you are going to have to hit up the store, but we'll have to wait and see. It does say you can complete it a maximum of 3 times though, so if you are someone who wants to hit up that in-game shop very frequently, you are going to be getting quite a lot of rewards from completing that stash 3 times, but also you're going to get this bonus reward for completion 3 times, so you could get up to 3,000 extra Tanya cards, 1,500 extra Morgan cards, so on and so forth. Now, it did say in the intro that this was an old school event, but it didn't really lead on to much else. But I'm assuming the roadmaps have a requirement of maximum of 5-star characters. And I've said this before. I know a lot of people do have mixed opinions on this, but I do think it is good for newer players coming into the game who don't have to rely on getting like S16 level teams to be able to get through road maps. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran, realistically, you're going to have 5 stars that are decent, especially if you do run arenas, and your weapons are generally going to carry you through anyway. It's the newer players that this is going to help out the most, and there are some pretty nice cards in here for newer players, I guess. There are a couple of cards that I've got my eyes on myself. I think in the second crate, I'd most likely go for Nor, and in the first crate, I'd most likely go for Dylan. If there's any, which ranged and melee character you guys looking at there? If I did manage to complete this stash, I would probably go for Tanya, just because she's in the battle pass and I wouldn't mind getting some extra progress towards her if I was to get her 5 stars and so on and so forth. So yeah, other than that, the only thing I can say is this picture right here is kind of freaky. I think they've tilted the baby on the side. I don't think it's meant to be like that, just to make it look like it's peering from behind the letters here. And then you've got like the red balloon in the background, which is of course I think reference to It. So yeah, there's I think it's red balloons for It, right? I can't really remember. I kind of block those memories out. I don't really watch horror movies that much, but I think I watched those a bit too young, and yeah, those ones just hit you pretty hard when you're a little youngster. So I think we've all been there where we've seen like a random horror movie or something scary that we just wish we didn't. The movie I remember seeing when I was much younger was actually called The Lost Boys, and it is a semi-horror movie, but it's actually like a dark comedy where it's like it is horror, but at the same, and like gore, but at the same time it's just like got a lot of comedy in there. So when I rewatched it as a teenager and an adult, I was laughing so much, but when I was a kid, oh my god, that scared me. That was crazy. So things change as you get older, you kind of get pulled in by different things. The vampires scared the hell out of me as a kid, but as an adult it didn't really do much for me. It was just the jokes were really good. But yeah, that's the way it goes, guys. A bit off topic here, but yeah. But do tell me what you think of the Trails of Horrors event. It will be starting later on today, so you can be nice and prepared for when the event starts up. And like I said, it will be 5-star characters. I don't think it's going to be too much of a big deal. If you need any help on the road maps or anything like that, I'm most likely going to be playing them through on my live stream this evening, so you can check it out there if you so wish. But I don't think it should be too terrible. It didn't say an S rating on each act or anything like that, but generally speaking, when they use old school teams, they're generally trying to make it a little bit more accessible, so it shouldn't be too terrible in terms of difficulty. I just hope it's not too many waves. We are seeing these road maps pop up where we have to do them quite regularly, where it's got like 4 to 6 waves, and it's just, if you've got to do a road map on a regular basis, let's make it like 1 or 2 waves max. That would be quite nice, especially the ones that are 6 hours long. The road maps that are 6 hours long, I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night to do a 4-wave road map where it's got 4 waves on 3 stages. No thank you. But otherwise, do give me your thoughts on the event itself. What character are you going to be going for during this event? That is the end of my video. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.